Hello guys, I'll be running through how to start up the A-26B in VTOL VR. It's quite a simple process, we'll jump straight into it. First things first, we're going to want to turn the main battery and the APU on. With these on, it's going to get quite noisy, so we're going to close our canopy. Once the APU has stabilized, we will switch engine 1 and engine 2 on, and close the caps. Okay, engine 1 and engine 2 are stable. We will turn the APU off. Our engines are now successfully started. We will now turn our attention to our multifunction displays. You turn these on by rotating the switches in the inner corners, and we will turn our secondary displays on using the top button. On the left secondary display, we will switch to RWR, our radar warning receiver, and on our right, I like to use info. Most people enjoy fuel, so I'll just switch it to fuel for now. Next, we will turn the heads-up display on with this switch here, and now we'll turn on the visor heads-up display with this switch here. To lower the visor, you need to press this button here. Mine was already lowered, or you can press the switch by your ear with the trigger. This will allow you to look wherever you want to look, and the heads-up display will follow you. Alright, and now we're pretty much ready to start taxiing towards the runway. What I like to do is I pull up our nav display, and we'll have a look at where we have to taxi. We'll go out straight, turn right, and then turn left, and then line up on the runway. To get moving, we'll have to disengage our brake lock. You may notice the brake lock alarm at the bottom of a heads-up display. You flip the switch down, and we are good to move once we start rolling that throttle forward. To turn left and right, we'll take a hold of the joystick and twist it to the left and right rather than rolling. And to brake, you pull the trigger of the throttle hand in while holding the throttle. You'll notice it pops up on the heads-up display. We'll turn right here. Notice we're still following the path of our nav display. And try to maintain below 20 knots when doing tight corners, otherwise you might not be able to do the corner as properly as you'd like. Alright, let's line up onto the runway. And come to a full stop. Let's do our last check. What we'll first have to do is bring flaps to 1. Check both engine 1 and engine 2 are started. APU is off. Canopy is down. Our wings are down. Everything else looks good to go. What I'll do is I'll hold brake in, advance throttle to afterburner, and release brake. Using the rotation of the joystick, we'll try to maintain center line, and at around 200 to 250 knots, I'll rotate back and we'll get into the air. That's 200 knots, 230, we'll start to lean back, and gear up. Gear is up. We will lift our flaps, and let's start to level out. I will roll the throttle back to disengage afterburner, and we will level off. That concludes the tutorial on how to start up and take off the FA-26B in VTOL VR. In the future videos, I'll be covering much more advanced topics. Be sure to chuck a subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.